Hello everyone, I am Steel Striker Gaming and today I have taken a personal challenge to conquer the island map in ASA. Now ASA is the remastered version of AAC built on Unreal Engine 5, featuring improved graphics, smoother building mechanics and better Dino UI. This is the first time I am attempting something this big and it won't be easy. I need to survive the island for 100 days, defeat all the 3 bosses, Brute Mother, Megapithecus and Dragon, and then build my ultimate Dino army, take on the final boss of the island, Overseer. Will I succeed or will I perish by all these bosses? So let's see what will happen. So grab a seat, get comfortable and join me on this exciting journey across the island.
Are you the one I've been waiting for? You might be. I hope so. It's been so many cycles since I was her. Do I even still remember Hope? I wasn't sure you'd ever turn up. The odds just kept getting longer. I guess I've been losing faith, while they've been gaining power. You have to reach me. Everything depends on your survival. Master this world. Make allies of its many creatures. Grow your strength and skill. Explore this place like I did so long ago. Put the pieces together and find me, survivor. You may be the only one who can.
You know, kid, sooner or later, you're gonna have to talk about it. What are you drawing over there, anyway? Hey, that's not bad. And this is you over here, with this dum-dum?
Don't be mean to Honker! No, I don't want to talk about him.
He's your dad, Mika. Now, I may not know a lot, and I made plenty of my own mistakes back in my day, but I do know one thing. Families gotta stick together.
Well, why don't you go tell him not to be such a stinky dino goon?
That's just not how it works, Mika. Look, maybe old Uncle Bob here can shed some light on the situation, about why the big man thinks the way he does.
Wait, you knew my dad before all this? So, were you also on the... what did he call them? The Arcs?
Yeah, those. Say, have I ever told you the story about how your dad and I saved everyone together?
You were there? You were one of the heroes?
Well, yeah, sure. In fact, you might say that I was the most important part of the whole story.
Okay.
Go ask Santiago yourself if you don't believe
No!
me.
I want you to tell me, Uncle Bob.
All right, then. Let's start at the very beginning. On a faraway tropical island surrounded by sparkling blue water. That island was the first time I ever saw big, dumb lizards like Honker here. And it was the first place I ran into her.
So first, as always, I create my own giant character, give him my name and spawn into the South Zone 1 area of the island. And here the day 1 begins in a not so civilized way. I wake up completely naked with nothing to defend myself in this crazy world where dinosaurs spawn like they are your next door neighbors. To get started, I gather basic resources. I collect fiber from the nearby bushes, picked up stones from the beach and punch a wood with my bare hands to get wood and thatch. It's rough, but it works. In this part of the zone, there is an XP node that gives me early game experience. After collecting it, I jump straight to level 15. I put some points into fortitude so I can survive the cold night. Rest goes into my health. Then with the resources, I craft a stone pickaxe. And using the pickaxe, I harvest some flint from the nearby rocks and make a hatchet. Now because of the experience boost, I gain few more levels from crafting and gathering. I also craft a campfire so I can cook meat. My next goal is to build a early game base. I start looking for a good location, but suddenly a pego runs up and steals my narco berries. This pego decides to mess with a narco dealer, so there is no way I am letting it live. I chase it down, hit it with my hatchet and knock it out. But however, this beach is full of thieves. Another Pego suddenly appear and steal my campfire. But before dealing anything else, I finish the knocked out Pego, collect its hide with my hatchet and recover my stolen berries. And with the hide, I craft a full set of cloth armor and a few spears. After putting on the armor, I finally look more civilized instead of a creepy guy running naked on the beach. I gather more fibers and craft a few extra spears. Now I have a weapon, I can make my presence known. First I kill a dodo for its hide and meat and then head further inland, where I find another dodo and take it down as well. After killing the second dodo, I collect more fibers and thatch and begins crafting thatch foundations. I place those thatch foundations under a arch-shaped rock formation. After all this works, I get very thirsty, end up drinking salty water directly from the ocean. Soon after, I spot a lystra and decide to tame it by passively feeding it mejo berries. Then I craft a new campfire and place it on my foundation. With the campfire, I cook some meat. By now, I have enough hide to craft a mortar and pestle, so I make it. I also craft a bow and few arrows. I return to my base, collect the cooked meat from the campfire and place the mortar and pestle beside it. Now at this point, I craft a parasaur saddle because I want to tame a berry gatherer and a parasaur is the best option. Next, I craft 2 more thatch foundations and complete my base expandation over here. And this is finally my complete starter base location with some foundations. Of course, I don't want to build anything exaggerated as my starter base, and this will work for now. Now I see a Dillo near my base, so with bow and arrow I easily kill this guy. This degenerate provides me some few extra hide and meat, which is always helpful. Now at this point of time, I am thinking about advancing to the metal tools. For crafting metal tools, I need metal ingots, so first I need to craft a forge. I need some few stones to craft it, so I collect those stones from the nearby rocks. Then I craft the forge and place it on one side of my foundation base. I collect few more metals which I already have and put it inside the forge for smelting. I kill a nearby dodo for its hide and craft a smithy with it. Then I place the smithy beside my forge and put all my resources inside the smithy. Now this smithy is my storage box because it has a lot of slots. I collect few more pieces of metal from the river rock and get them inside the forge for smelting. I already have enough metal ingots to craft a metal pickaxe. So I craft a metal pickaxe inside my smithy and with the help of it, I collect more metals from the nearby river rocks more efficiently. I put all the metals which I collected inside the forge so it can start smelting. Now I split some raw meat inside my inventory before those raw meats already converted into small meat. So I already have a lot of narco berries, so I started converting them into narcotics. Now inside my forge a lot of metals already smelt, so I craft a crossbow and also craft more arrows. And I also craft few bolas and metal hatchet. Now I saw the 150 level parasaur near my base, so I bola it and trank it down. I collect few more mejo berries from the nearby bushes and put it inside the parasaur's inventory. The taming process already started, but I need to wait for some time. I spend my time killing the nearby dodos. I one-tap them with the help of my crossbow and collect their hides. Now I also craft a pike, which is a really good melee weapon. Few moments later, my parasaur finally tamed. So I saddled it and gathered more berries with it. Parasaur is a really great berry gatherer dino. With the help of this parasaur, I efficiently gathered crap ton of narco berries. I already collected few hundred narco berries and put it inside my mortar and started crafting more narcotics. At this point, a lot of narcotics already cooked. So I collect them and convert them into trank arrows. I already have all the necessary things to tame a PT, which is the essential early game fire tame. So I went to the other side of the island, try to find a good level PT because I want a somewhat decent stat PT which can carry my weight, which is equals to your fat dog's weight. I know it's kind of a bad joke and I am so sorry, but after inspecting few nearby PTs, I finally find a 140 level female PT. Trap it with the bola and track it down. I just need some prime meat. So I kill a nearby Lystro baby and collect the prime meat from it and feed it to my unconscious PT. The taming process already begins, but I need to leave the PT and try to get some more keratins for the PT saddle. With the help of my crossbow and pike, I kill a nearby turtle and collect few keratins from it. At this point, my PT also tamed. So I whistle it and start attacking some more turtles with the help of my PT. Now combining both of our efforts, I kill few more turtles and collect the keratins from it. And I already have enough keratin, so I craft a PT saddle. At the end of the day, I give that saddle to my PT. Now my PT has a saddle, so I take my first flight with this PT at the dawn. I collect a white drop which has some useless items like trash structure and cooked fish meat. I grab the cooked fish meat and throw the rest of them. Then I return to my Scratch Foundation base and put all the extra resources inside my smithy. I went to the nearest metal mountain with my PT and collect some crystals. With the crystals, I first craft a dino gun and then spyglass and few dino balls. This dino gun and dino ball will help me storing my tamed creatures. This is an alternative mode for cryopods because the cryopods nowadays is kind of hard to use. That's why I'm using this dino depot mod, which features will help me in the near future. So I already obtained a spyglass. Now I can easily check the dino levels from far. And first I want to tame few more higher level PTs because my 140 level PT is kind of average. Stats are distributed equally, so it does not have any specific high stat. So for long term, this PT is not helpful at all. I directly went to the eastern side of this island and started checking some PT levels. I don't find any high level PTs over here, but I find a really good level Sarco. And I know this is kind of a really good tame for traveling in water. So I decide to trank it first and then try to tame it. I parked my PT near the beach and started tranking the Sharko because the Sharko has lower movement speed. I can trank it down easily without building any traps. After a few shots, Sharko went to sleep. But my next problem is near that Sharko there is a baryonyx which will harm my tame, so I decide to guide this baryonyx far away from my Sharko. After leading my baryonyx outside of that area, I went to a nearby place to collect some prime meat from a baby dodo. Shove that prime meat inside my Sharko and the taming process start at that time. Now this Sharko is getting tamed slowly. I went to a nearby purple drop which give me some resources and 2 interesting ascended saddle. I collect all the important stuffs and went back to my Sharko. At the early dawn, my Sharko got tamed, so I collected with the dino balls and come back to my base. I transfer all the resources to my Spiti and also craft some few more bolas and a sickle. With the help of the sickle, I collect a lot of fiber from the nearby bushes and crafted a lot of arrows. I convert those arrows into trank. At this point of time, I decide to start mass taming a lot of high level PTs. I find few of the high level PTs near the south zone of the island. I crank all of them down and waiting for them to starve a little bit. I also find a green drop nearby, so I collect it, and this drop is kind of meat. Then I trank another high level PT and decide to grab some prime meat for them because few of the PTs already stuffed down quite a lot. I collect this prime meat by killing few of the nearby babies and feed all those prime meats to my unconscious PTs. At the end of the day, all my PTs got tamed, so I collect them inside the dino balls and also collect a green drop which is kind of meat. So after collecting all these things, I return to my base. At day 6, I return to my base and put all the useful stuffs inside my smithy and start the breeding process between the newly tamed PTs because I need to combine all the good stats into one PT which will be my permanent one. Of course, I also need a breeding pair. I also make a preserving being to preserve my spoilables. At this point, I need a oviraptor and a generator for the dino terminal to work properly because I need to collect the eggs and also the newly hatched babies. And if I want to do that, I need to power these terminals, which will only happen if I make a generator over here. But first I need an oviraptor which will collect this fertilized egg and make my life a little bit more easier. With the help of my pity, catch a oviraptor which is roaming nearby and track it down beside my base. I need few fertilized petty egg to tame this oviraptor. I need to spend my time on other things because my petties are slowly breeding and the fertilized egg production is kind of slow. So I decide to collect few more drops which give me some more resources and useful saddles. After some time, my petties produce few more fertilized eggs, so I collect them and put them inside my oviraptor's inventory, and the oviraptor came quite quickly. So I transfer the oviraptor near my petties. And the interesting part is that in ASA, oviraptor can automatically collect fertilized and non-fertilized eggs. So temporarily, this oviraptor is my egg collection machine. Now I crafted few more torches to hatch those fertilized eggs. This area is kind of cold, so I need exactly 5 of them. I collect few more woods from the nearby trees and use those woods as a fuel to light up those torches. I see a beaver dam near the edge of the swamp, so I loot that beaver dam and collect all the resources. And then I went back to my base. At this point I am start AFKing because I am waiting for some more fertilized egg to be produced. Suddenly a baryonyx came nowhere and started attacking my PT. All my creatures are in passive, that's why they can't even fight back. This baryonyx is kind of low level, so I killed it easily with the help of my PT. Now, due to this attack, all the breeding PTs get out of position, so I repositioned them and started the breeding process again. I spent the entire rest of my day on my base doing nothing but watching my PTs having fun with each other. The next day, my oviraptor already collect few more PT eggs, so I start hatching them near my fire torches. After all the PTs are hatched, I catch them in the dino balls and started checking their stats. One of them have all the good stats, so I include it in the breeding process. Then I collect few more narco berries with my Perry and convert all of them into narcotics. Now, if I want to create a generator, I also need a fabricator. So in Smithy, I see all the resources which I needed for that fabricator. I have almost all the resources but still missing some oils. So I put my Sarco out and decide to go into the herbivore island side because near the herbivore island there is a place where I can find a decent amount of oil node which can give me a lot of oils. Now I remove the ocean fog with the console command because this ocean fog is kind of annoying. And with my Sarco, I directly went to the herbivore island. On my way near the herbivore island, I also find a 135 level Bacillus. Now, Bacillus is kind of a really good water tame. But I also need a Bacillus for the underwater artifact caves. But for now, I went to the herbivore island side to collect the oils. I see some jellyfish swimming near the beach, so I kill them and collect the biotoxin. I also collect an experience note with my Sarco, which gives my Sarco few extra levels. Then I saw a purple drop coming down on the island, so I collect the drop, and this drop is kind of one of the best drop I have ever get. Because inside that drop, it gives me an ascended crossbow and an ascended bear saddle and also a gun. Now this ascended crossbow will really help me in future for taming. So I want to thank the Ark God for giving me such a generous purple drop. I also try to find some potential tames in this island. To find a 150 level Anki, which is by the way the max level, so I decide to tame it. And I already have a new improved crossbow, so with the help of it, I easily drank down the Anki quite quickly. Then I collect some major berries from the nearby bushes and feed them to my Anki. Berry taming Anki is kind of a slow process, so I need to wait. So I decide to went to the underwater place where I find the oil nodes. Then I smack them down with my pickaxe and collect a decent amount of oil. Now I need to pass my time near this island because I want to take this Anki home as soon as possible. So passing my time, I started looking for some high level bacillus. I find few of them near the herbivore island, but all of them are kind of low levels. But suddenly I find a level 150 female bacillus, which is kind of perfect because previously the 135 bacillus is a male. So these two bacillus can be the perfect breeding pair. Now I need to tame both of these bacillus too. Bacillus taming is kind of an annoying process because we need to passively tame this guy, and this is the early game stage, so I don't even have a scuba gear. And in this early stage, taming an underwater creature without a scuba gear is a dangerous task. But I still want to do this because this is a really good opportunity to tame both of the high level bacillus, which will help me in future quite a lot. So first I kill a bronto and collect few of these primates, and then kill all the nearby sharks and mantas which can cause me problems in this taming process. So after I ensure that this area is safe for me, started the bacillo taming process by passively feeding it the primates. After few passive feeds, I finally tamed the bacillo. Now my Anki also got tamed, so I stored it inside my dino ball. At this point my final work is tame that 135 male bacillo, and the taming process is similar. First I fight all the mantas and sharks to clear the area. Then I start passively feeding the bacillo. After few passive feeds, this bacillo also got tamed. And the second bacillo taming is kind of easy because the area is already cleared, so I don't need to worry about the third creatures in this taming process. I went back to the herbivore island side and find an Archelon, which is an interesting turtle type creature newly added to Ark Ascended. Now this Archelon swimming inside the herbivore island's water pool. This is a really safe place to tame it. Now the Archelon is also on passive tame, but if I want to tame this guy, I need to passively feed it biotoxin, and I already collect few biotoxins from the nearby jellyfish before. So I ride on the Archelon's back and passively feeding this guy the biotoxin, and after few feeds this guy also got tamed. And then I collect this Archelon inside my dino ball too. After taming all these creatures, I am heading back to my base, and I also need to start the bacillo breeding as soon as possible. A green drop is landing nearby base, so I try to grab it. So when I reach near that green drop, I see two pegos. I know I need to kill these two degenerates because they always stole something inside my inventory. So first I kill both of them, but the interesting part is that one of the pego has the campfire which I crafted on day 1. So I kind of take my revenge, but at this point green drop is already gone. So with my Sharko, first I return to my base and check the Oviraptor. My Oviraptor collected total of 3 eggs, which I can now easily start hatching. But first I put my all recent tames into one of the terminals and put the keratin gloves which I get from one of the drops. Then I put all the other resources to their respective areas. I take one of my PT and went to the nearby metal mountain to collect some crystal. I collect few of them and then I return to my base. I grab all the fertilized egg from the Oviraptor and throw them near the torch area where these fertilized eggs start hatching. And I also grabbed my 2 bacillus and went to the nearby beach. Now I want to start the bacillus breeding because I need a really good imprinted strong bacillus in early game. I throw both of my bacillus near the beach side and enable their mating settings. After returning to my base, I see all the PTs already got hatched. So I collect them with the dino gun thing and take all of their stats. But none of these PTs has the good stats which I need, so I kill all of them inside the dino terminal, which give my character few extra levels. Finally, with the help of these crystals and all other resources, I crafted a fabricator. Now the silly thing is that I thought bacillus produces eggs, so I grab my oviraptor and put it near my bacillus that this oviraptor can collect this bacillus eggs. But bacillus are mammals, so they produce babies, not fertilize eggs. So oviraptor is kind of useless, and I will realize it later. In Smithy, I check the bacillus saddle requirement, and it does need some metal ingots. So again, with my PT, I directly went to the nearby metal mountain and collect few metal pieces. But the problem is that my PT is really weak, so it can't carry a lot of weight. Even I don't even collect a lot of metal, still my PT gets over encumbered batch. Slowly and steadily, I return to my base and deposit all these metal pieces inside this forge. I also crafted a feeding trough for my taming creatures and put some food inside it. Then inside the fabricator, I put some gasoline which I crafted by the forge. Now I already have enough resources to craft a scuba tank. So I craft it because with the help of this scuba tank, I can collect a crap ton of silica pearls inside an underwater cave. And I know a really good location for silica pearls near Herbivore Island. Now the bed is the most essential thing, so I put one on my base. Now if I die somewhere else, I can easily spawn on my base, and it also removes all the extra hassles. Now when I went to check my bacillus, I realized that bacillus don't produce egg, and one of its baby already got stuck inside the female one, and it's already full grown. So this bacillus baby is right now useless for me because I can't imprint it, and it also does not have any good stats. First I collect this useless bacillus, then put both of the parents into their respective position and start the breeding process again. I also collect the oviraptor and put it on my base because it still can collect the PTX for me. And I also collect 3 of the wicks which I previously collected from my oviraptor and throw all of them on the torch side so they can hatch. At the morning all the PTX got hatched. So I collect all the baby PTs with Dino Gun. One of the baby PT has all the good stats, so I remove the previous female PT and include this new one in the breeding process. Then I collect few more metals from the metal mountain and return to my home and put all those raw metal ingots inside the forge for smelting. Time by time I also check my bacillus. This time female bacillus got into the gestation period, so the baby will come out really soon. Soon a new bacillus born, and this bacillus got all the good stats from its parents. And for imprint, this bacillus just want to go and walk with me, so I will follow this bacillus and complete the imprintation process quite easily. Now I have a really good bacillus for the water caves, and this will be my in mount for these water caves. I see a degenerate bird flying on my base. I know it creates a lot of problem in future if I let it leave. So I try to kill it with my crossbow, but I miss quite a lot of shots. At this point I think I am blind or something. But after few missed shots, finally I got a clear hit and I kill this degenerate bird and collects its meat and hide. My newborn bacillus also slowly heal itself. But for now I just need to wait for some time. Because if I want to use this bacillus, I need at least 15k health on it, or it will die quite easily in the sea. I crafted a bacillus saddle first, and I put the saddle on my bacillus and collect it in my dino ball. Because in dino ball, all the dinosaurs got healed faster, so it will help the bacillus healing process quite a lot. Then I put my charcoal down and directly went to the Herbivore Island side because I want to collect some pearls from the nearby underwater cave. At night, I reach the Herbivore Island and get my bacillus out from the dino ball. And with the bacillus, I dive down the south corner of this map and find a really low level Tuso. I already know that in this side of the island, lot of Tusos got spawned, This Tuso can provide me few blackbirds which will help me in future. So first, with the help of the bacillus, I kill this Tuso, collect all the useful resources like blackbirds, keratin and one absorbent substance, and then try to find another one. Can't find any in the nearby area. I just fight with some of this ugly looking underwater dino, and from a safe place I throw my Sharko out, and with the Sharko I went to the underwater silica cave. Now this cave is one of the best spots for collecting silica buds. I collect at least 1600 silica buds from this cave and also collect few oils too. After collecting all these resources, I return to my base and craft few pieces of electronics inside the fabricator. I also want to craft a generator, but I need few more metal ingots. So I need to wait some time because my metal ingots are smelting inside the fort. Now my oviraptor already collect a few fertilized PT eggs. So I throw the fertilized egg near the hatching area. And then I craft a generator and place it beside the feeding trough. I also collect all the gasolines from the fabricator and put it inside the generator. Now with the help of the generator, I can use this dino terminus properly. But first I collect all the newly hatched baby PTs and then check all their stats. And one of them is the perfectly male PT, and now I collect the old male PT and throw the new one beside the female PT. And these two are the perfect breeding pairs. I already combine all the good stats in these two PTs. Then I put the oviraptor inside this dino terminal, and now this dino terminal can automatically collect the nearby fertilized or unfertilized eggs from my creatures. Now I throw the newborn baby PT which has all the perfect stats and it's already got imprinted. Now this PT will be my main PT in future. It can carry a decent amount of weight and this guy's stamina and health is quite good. After this PT grown up, I directly went to the nearby metal mountain with the help of this guy and collect few pieces of metals. The first reason is that my forge already smelt all the metals, but I also need to feed my metal addictions. So for the rest of the day, I just AFKing on my base. At the start of the next day, I throw my PT out inside the dino ball. The dino ball helps this PT heal quite faster and also give this guy some levels. I use few of these points into its weight. Rest of them will be goes into its stamina because I need a really good stamina PT. I collect few crystals from the nearby mountain and directly went for an yellow drop. Now this yellow drop is kinda weirdly placed, but still I collect it. And this yellow drop gives me an ascended Helicaprion saddle, ascended fabricated pistol, blueprint and also few bullets. Now this drop is kind of mid because in future I will not even use any of these items, but still it's okay. And after collecting this drop, I came back to my base. Now at the start of day 15, I craft a gene scanner. This device can help me find the useful creatures which I needed. This is a good replacement of spyglass because I can check the dino levels with the help of this thing. At this time, I decide to tame a good breeding pair of Argentavis because Argentavis is a really good tame for carrying things. And with the help of Argentavis, I can easily shift my base from the main designated location where I decide to build my final ultimate base. If I want to tame an Argentavis, I need to build a stone trap. So I collect few of the resources like stone from the nearby rocks and woods from the nearby trees. I craft one stone foundation, few stone walls and one ceiling. Now these structures will be enough for building the Argentavis trap. I collect all the essential things like narcotics, all the building structures and trank arrows, ride my PT and directly went for the volcano mountain. I land near this island type area where I find a 145 level otter and I want to tame this guy. This otter also have a baby, so it's kind of easy to tame the baby. First I kill the parent otter, which is kind of horrible, but I don't want to do the passive taming stuff again, and then tame the baby otter. Now due to my breeding settings, after few minutes later, baby otter already become an adult. So I put it on my shoulder and this will be my new shoulder pet. First I visit the volcano mountain where I don't even find any good level RGs. Then I see a red drop coming down near the snowy area. So I directly went for the red drop and collect all the stuffs. And this red drop is also bad because it gives me some bullets and all these not so useful things. Then again I start my Argentavis searching. And few moments later I finally find a 145 level female RG which I want to tame, but this RG is kind of in a bad spot. So I lower it near the volcano mountain area, which is comparatively a good spot for taming this guy. Then I quickly assemble the Argentavis trap on the mountain area and lower this RG inside the trap on the first try. And due to my good crossbow, I also crank this RG quite easily. I want to keep this female RG alive because it have some good pre-tamed weight stat. Now I need to tame a male RG. But first I collect few primates from a nearby baby and feed it to my Parg. At the morning of day 15, I also find a 150 level max male RG. Then I build a trap near this place and with the help of my PT, I trap this RG quite easily. But before I track this RG down, I need to clear this area because this area is lot dangerous. I see a lot of wolves and also a lot of dangerous dinos. First I lure these other creatures away from this area, but these wolves are kind of annoying because they keep chasing me. So I kill few of this wolf first and then start the tranking process. Few shots later this RG also tranked down, so I give this RG few of the primates and collect all the stone structures. Now I need to wait for some time, and I also see that spoil timer of these primates are quite low, so I need to collect few more primate pieces for this RG. So I kill another nearby RG and collect few of the primates from it and feed this fresh primate to this RG. And underwater wolf tried to attack me and this RG, but I killed this wolf with the help of my PT. And then at the end of the day, this RG also got tamed, so I collect it inside the dino ball and checked its stat. And this RG has a really good melee stat because it has 48 melee. Then I went to the volcano mountain and collect the female RG2, which also got an average weight and stamina stat. So I can combine these two guys and make a decent RG, which can carry all the weights, and with the help of that RG I can also do a lot of things. Finally at the next day I return to my base and throw my RG down and start the breeding process. In between this journey I also collect few of the drops, so I get a lot of ascended things and also an ascended sickle, which is a really great item. I put all the other things inside my smithy and went AFK because I need some fertilized RGX. So this Thresh Foundation is my starter base, and I also want to move to my final base location where I want to build a tree house inside the redwood forest. And this place is kind of really good. So if I want to build this base, first I need to craft a tree platform which requires a lot of resources. I started gathering all the required resources like woods and stones from the nearby place. The dino terminals also collect few of the RGX, so I hatch one of them, and the first egg give me the perfect female RG which has all the good stats. I hatch rest of the eggs, but none of these RGs have the good stats, so I kill all of them. The next day with my PT, I try to find some beaver dams because I need a lot of cementing paste for the tree platform. I find one of the beaver dam near the south part of the island, but it does not have a lot of cementing paste. So I went to the other areas where beavers spawn and try to find a few of these dams. But none of these areas have any beaver dams, even though there are a lot of beavers roaming nearby. But unfortunately my game got crashed, so I restarted my game and came back to my world and see that I lost all the progress of day 17. I decided to return to my home because all the other areas does not have any beaver dam, so I don't want to waste my time. And I need a lot of cementing paste which I want to craft inside the mortar and pestle with the keratin which I have inside my smithy. I gathered few stones from the nearby rocks and started crafting the cementing paste. After few moments, all the cementing paste already crafted, so I make a tree platform with the help of all the resources. At this point, I decide to move from this place. But first, I need to give my RG some levels. So with my RG, I went to nearby explorer nodes and collect few of them. I also collect a tech explorer node, which give me a lot of levels. I put maximum levels into my RG's weight, so it can carry all the things which I need. After that, I collect all the things like the smithy, forge and all resources and foods and put it inside my RG's inventory. And then I directly went to the redwood area where I want to build my treehouse base. At the end of the day, I reached my designated location and put the tree platform on a redwood tree near the waterfall. Now this area is near the swamp cave and it is kind of a nice area where I can easily build my treehouse base. First I place the smithy and the preserving bin on the tree platform and transfer all the resources inside them. At the morning of day 20, I collect some stones and craft few of the building pieces like stone foundations and stone walls for a trap. I want to tame a dodek and a beaver, which will help me collecting the woods and stones more efficiently. Of course, I don't want to build my main base without these two creatures. By collecting all these resources with my hatchet, it will take 100 years to complete my base. So I need these two creatures ASAP. I placed the trap on the tree platform and started looking for a dodek with the help of my gene scanner. Now I find a level 55 dodek and I don't want to be a picky one because this dodek will help me collecting stones. For now, level 55 should be fine. So I pick the dodek with the help of my RG and place it inside the trap in my first try. Now finally with my first try, I track the dodek quite easily. Now my Archelon already produces quite a lot of algae, so I give few of the algae to this dodek and it will tame efficiently because this algae is herbivore creature's mutton. So the next day morning I find a beaver near my base, so I pick it with my RG and throw it inside the trap. After few trank shots, this beaver also fell asleep. Now I also want to tame a fiber gathering creature and I know that bear is one of the best fiber gathering creature here. Inside redwood I can find a lot of bears, but taming a bear in normal process is kind of a difficult job, so I want to tame a baby by killing its parents. I find a bear with level 145 babies, so first I kill the parent bear and tame the baby one. For imprint, this bear wants some cooked fish meat. I collect few of the fish meat from the nearby pond and cook it inside the campfire. And finally imprint this bear completely. Give the bear the ascended saddle. Now I can easily ride this bear and gather fibers more efficiently. So with the help of the bear, first I collect a crap ton of fibers because I need a load of them. I want to make my entire base with the wooden structures which needs a lot of fiber. Now this redwood trees gives a crap ton of wood, so with the help of the beaver I collect a load of wood and put it inside my smithy. I want to feed my metal gathering addiction, so I just grabbed my Anki and went directly to the top of the volcano mountain. Now on this mountain there is a lot of metal nodes which I break with the help of Anki and gather a lot of metal. At the morning of day 22, I finally returning from my metal gathering expedition, but on my path I see a green drop, so I collect the drop and return to my base. Then I first put the forge on the tree platform and transfer all the metals inside the forge for smelting. I also want to prepare for this swamp cave because this cave has a lot of good loot drops and also have a lot of bugs which can give me a load of creatine, chitin and also cementing paste. If I want to gather all these things efficiently, I need to tame a good frog, or should I say a breeding pair of frogs, because I need a strong one. First I placed the trap on the tree platform and went to the swamp area to get a good level frog. After checking few of the low level frogs, I finally find a level 140 female. So I bring it back and put it inside my trap, and after few trank shots it also fell asleep. Then I collect the primates from the nearby brontos and give all the primates to this frog. Now I just need a male frog. So I went to the swamp area for searching this high level male frog, but all the frogs in the nearby swamp area are low levels. The entire night of day 22 I spent searching every single corner of this swamp area to find a high level male frog, but all the frogs which I find are low levels or it's a female frog. So I decided to went to the eastern side of the swamp biome. Now the entire day of day 23 also spent to search this male frog. I finally find it. It's level 140. So I bring it back to my home and put it inside the trap. At this point my previous frog already got tamed, so I collect it inside the dino ball and started tranking this male frog, and after few shots this guy also fell asleep. I'll collect few pieces of prime meat from a nearby Paraceratherium and put it inside this frog's inventory. At night this frog also got tamed. This point I realized one thing: I can't breed this frog on land because frogs are water creatures, so they need a deep water space. Luckily, beside my base there is a big lake, so I bring both of my frogs beside the lake and put my oviraptor beside them so it can collect its egg and started the breeding process. Now I need to keep an eye on these creatures or else they all are gonna die because this area is kind of dangerous. A lot of dangerous creatures like bears and carnos roaming around here, so this is kind of a risky place, but I still want to do it because I need a good frog. And right now I don't want to make a breeding pen for these creatures. Now this is the good time to start building my final base. So I place few of the normal ceilings and triangle ceilings on the side area of the tree platform. Now within this time, a bad thing happened. I even forget to record this whole scenario, but my oviraptor died, but in the correct time I captured my frogs, so they survived. But here is the short note of what happened to my creatures. The bear suddenly attacked my frogs and oviraptor and it killed my oviraptor, but I saved the frogs. And I also killed the bear too. But now I understand that this area is quite dangerous for breeding, so I need to build a proper taming pen just to protect my creatures. But first I want to finish my first floor of the building, so I collect more woods and craft more building structures. Now I just don't want to show you the entire building process, so here is a montage of how I built the first floor of this building. It takes the entire rest of the day 24 and day 25 to 27 to complete this whole first floor. Now at the dawn of day 28 I decide to tame some thylas, but I made a foolish mistake here. I built a trap near my base and think that with the help of the RJ I can carry the thyla near this area, but thyla can bleed and easily drain my RJ's health. So in future, because of this foolish decision, I will face a lot of consequences. But for now I start my searching. I find few of the thylas who were hanging on the trees, and these thylas are quite dangerous. Even one of them grabbed me and dismount me from my RG, try to kill me, but with the help of my pike and RG, I kill that Thyla. And it's a low level Thyla, so I don't even bother to remorse its death. I also found another Thyla, but it is level 25. So I try to kill it with my RG, but this low level 25 Thyla can also easily bleed down my RG into its half health. So I need to be careful. Now I find another Thyla. Luckily, this Thyla misplaced its time, so it can't dismount me from my RG. Or else, this Thyla can easily kill me because this is a high level Thyla. Here I make a really big mistake. I don't realize that my RG don't have any stamina left. I try to carry one of the Thylas, but due to that stamina deficiency, my RG landed beside it. And the level 55 Thyla hit me so hard that it almost killed my RG. But at the right time, little bit of my RG stamina got refilled, so I used that stamina and run away from that place. I landed on a big rock and tried to heal my RG with the raw meats left in its inventory. This Thyla bleed my RG so hard that my RG get into a ventilator state. Now it's only have 500 health left, so I can't carry any of these Thylas to my base. I also kill some of the nearby creatures and activate the RG's passive effect. With the help of this effect and raw meat, I heal my RG into its half health. But due to my overconfidence, I grab another 100 level male Thyla. But this Thyla also bleed me so hard that I need to drop it inside the mountain. I can't carry any of these Thylas near my base. But at night I started searching for Thylas again because I heal my RG quite a lot. But when I went near a redwood tree, another 100 level male Thyla jumped on me and spawned me from my RG, and it killed me quite easily. And this is how I die for the first time in this whole series. But due to my anger, I stopped recording this whole shit. And when I come back in the game, I forget to start the recording button. So due to that reason, I can't even show how I rescue my RG and collect all my stuffs from that area. But if I want to simply put it in, I just use one of my PT, grab my RG and all the stuffs and dip off from that place. Now if I want to tame those Thylas, I need to bring my trap on that area. That's the only way to tame them because my RG can't take all those Thylas hits. First I collect the entire trap and kill few of the nearby creatures to gather some meat, and with the help of those meat I heal my RG. Then I pinpoint the location where those Thylas are and build the trap near them so my RG can easily put them inside the trap. First I put the level 100 Thyla inside the trap and then try to find the level 140. I find the level 140 Thyla but jump on me and dismount me from my RG, and it almost killed me, but somehow I release from its grip and try to run from it, but I can't find my RG nowhere near me, so ultimately the Thyla killed me. I need to respawn on my base. This is the death number 2. After respawning, first I grab my other PT, directly went to that area and grab my RG first, then put the PT inside the dino ball and collect all my stuffs from the bag. After that I face a really big problem. Grab the 140 level Thyla and try to put it inside the trap, but suddenly that 100 level Thyla somehow head out from that trap and went on a tree. Then that 100 level Thyla jump on me, dismount me from my RG, bring me down inside the mesh, so I can't even release myself from that Thyla's grip because I am inside the mesh. So again this Thyla killed me. This is the death number 3. Now I realize one thing, I need to tame these Thylas one by one because whenever I leave this place, somehow a trapped Thyla went on a tree and hang upside down again. I don't know this is a bug or not, but this is the way Thylas work. So after trapping one of them, I need to trank that Thyla immediately. Then I grab another PT and went to that area and grab my RG first, and after that collect all my stuffs. I also realized one thing, that my otter is on the ground, so I grab my otter too. At this point I face another problem. These Thylas already destroy all my armors. This is the night time and inside redwood forest this is kind of a cold area, so my health is steadily decreasing. But still I find the 140 level Thyla which is stuck between a redwood tree and rocks. I decide to trank it down in this area because this looks kind of safe. Trank this Thyla quite easily, but suddenly an allosaur came behind me and killed me on spot. I don't even have the time to react because I don't have much health left, so this allosaur easily kills me. I respawn on my base, make another PT saddle, grab another PT of mine and directly went to that area. But when I finally reached that area, I realized that Allosaur kills my otter, which is kind of an unfortunate situation, but I can't do anything about it. So first I grab my RG, put my PT inside the dino ball and again collect all my stuffs from the item cache. Now enough is enough. I want to tame both of these Thylas in proper way. So first I grab the 100 level Thyla and put it inside the trap, crank it down, and then want to look for the 140 level Thyla. This 140 level Thyla still in unconscious state, but the problem is I can't tame this guy because the taming effectiveness already destroyed by that Allosaur. I need to wait for this guy to wake up first, and after that I need to crank it again and tame this guy. Then I also collect my otter's soul. I kind of feel sad because my otters died for no reason. After that I collect some primate from the nearby creatures, then cook this primate with the help of the campfire. And I know that Thylas loved cooked primate, so I cook few of the pieces of primate and then bring it to my Thyla. Put it inside the 100 level male Thyla's inventory. Few moments later, this Thyla got tamed. So I collected inside the dino wall and tried to find the 140 level Thyla. Then 140 level Thyla already wake up from his sleep. So with the help of the gene scanner, I find it, grab it and put it inside the trap. I also crank it down. Now I need more cooked primates to tame this Thyla. So I craft a campfire, then place it near the trap, collect some primates from the nearby creatures and started cooking few of the pieces. After cooking sufficient amount of primate, I put all the primates inside my unconscious Thyla. And few moments later, this 140 level female Thyla also got tamed. And finally, after all these deaths, I tamed both of these Thylas. After returning to my base, I repair all of my armors first. Then I place my Thylas beside each other, craft a dino terminal and place it near them. And I also started this Thyla's breeding process. Now about the base situation, I want to do one thing. I want to convert all these wooden structures into Frontier 1 because Frontier structures looks really cool. So I started converting all of them. And between this work, I also craft few more building pieces because I need a lot of wooden ceilings, wooden walls and all other wooden structures to complete my second floor of this base. Now I decide to build a breeding pen for my creatures because still I have to do a lot of breeding. So first I craft few of the behemoth stone dino gates, place them near the water area and fill the other side of the gaps with the help of the stone foundations and stone walls. And I also convert all these structures into Frontier 1. At the end of this day, I tamed an oviraptor, grab an 140 level otter, put it inside my breeding pen so I can tame this guy later. At the center of the breeding pen, I also build a circular pattern base, which looks aesthetically good and also can trap the baby creatures inside it so they can't escape. I also convert them into frontier structures. I throw my male and female frogs near the water area and started the breeding process. And I also throw my Thylas down, place a dino storage thing on the circular platform and place both of the terminals on it. One can directly collect the babies and another terminal I put my oviraptor in so it can collect eggs. Then I place an aircon inside the circular base just to hatch these eggs easily. Now I also started RG breeding because I need a good breeding pair which has all the good stats. The next day I passively feed this 140 level otter few fishes and tamed it too. Then I spent entire rest of the day inside the breeding pen to breed all these creatures. With the help of my Dodec, I farm a lot of stones, craft 4 dino gates because I want to tame some high level Rexes. Of course I don't want to use Rex on boss fight, but the baby Rexes can give a lot of XP. So Rexes are the best creatures for power leveling. That's why I want to tame some high level Rex. So I went to a journey for taming some Rexes. I find few of the low level Rexes and also an alpha Rex near the swamp area. I killed these low level Rexes and also killed the alpha Rex, but this alpha Rex hit my RG really hard. It gave a dent on my RG's health. The entire rest of the day I visit every single spots where Rex spawns, but I can't find any high level Rexes. The next day I still continue my searching. I directly went to the Carno island where I find some low level Rex, so I kill all of them. Then after killing some nearby low level Rexes, I finally find a high level female Rex near the center part of this island. I build the trap beside the Rex, but there is a lot of creatures, so the Rex lost his aggro from me quite easily. But after few tries, I finally trapped this Rex inside this dino gates, started this tranking process. Even though this trap is kind of messy, but it still works. So I don't have any complaint about it. After few trank shots, this Rex gets into sleep. And I put some pieces of prime meat inside its inventory. And I started looking for a male Rex. I don't want any higher level male Rex because this female Rex is already in good level. So I just want a normal level male. I finally find a low level male Rex near one of the metal mountain. I built the trap near this Rex and stored this guy inside the trap. Then after ensuring my safety, I trank this guy down and collect some prime meat from the nearby Brontos and Diplos and feed this guy all the prime meats. Now I just need to wait for some time to tame both of these guys. Few moments later, both of my Rexes got tamed, so I collect both of them inside the dino balls and return to my base and throw them inside the breeding pen. I also started the Rex breeding process too. On day 40 to 42, I started placing all the structures for the second floor of this building. Now this building project is quite a big headache for me. But I focus on this building stuff and still place all the structures and build one part of this second floor wall. This takes 2 hours to just complete this one side of this wall, which is kind of ridiculous, and I kind of understand that how much time it needs to complete this entire building. And at this point I'm kind of afraid too. Between this building process, I also want to feed my metal addiction, so I grabbed my Anki and went to the metal mountain, collect a crap ton of metals with the help of the Anki and returned to my base, put all the metals inside the forge and started smelting all these metals too. Now placing these structures is also a tedious process because I have to think about the small details which I want to put in the building. Due to that reason I have a headache, so I don't even want to place one singular structure after this and decide to change my work in progress and went for a supply drop run. The entire day 43 I looted a lot of drops and collect a crap ton of ascended blueprints and blueprint saddles, also equipment and resources too. In this moment, finally our god listened to my prayers. At the evening, a red drop landed on the Carno island. So I went for it, and inside that red drop, I find an industrial forge and an industrial cooker. I grab all the stuffs from that red drop and decide to went back to my base because I don't want to lose this industrial forge. Somehow I still lose it. When I transfer my items from my inventory to my RG's inventory, I accidentally drop all the items on the ground. And I don't even realize that, and I started flying back to my base. But when I check my inventory in the midway, I realized that I dropped all my stuffs. I went back to the Carno island with the help of pooling system, find the industrial forge and cooker and grab rest of my stuffs and put it inside my RG's inventory and safely return to my base. After returning to my base, I placed the industrial forge on the platform and put all the raw metals inside the industrial forge. Started the smelting process. For some reason this sap tap stopped collecting the saps from the tree, and I need saps for some of my future things too. So for solving this problem, I need to passively generate these saps inside the dino terminal. Now Archaeopteryx is the only creature which generates saps passively, so I find 2 of the Archaeopteryx near my base, Ola them, crank them down with my crossbow and give them some chitins. A few moments later, both of the Archaeopteryx got tamed. And they started producing the saps quite efficiently. I also want to tame a queen bee because I need a lot of honey to craft a lot of veggie cakes in future. So I craft a full set of ghillie armor and collect the bug repellents which I already have. I grab my bear and went to a nearby redwood tree where I find 2 beehives. I place a wooden staircase and with the help of the bear I destroy one of the beehives. Now the bad part is that fortunately I kill the queen bee too with just one hit of my bear. Now I replaced the staircase again and climbed it with the help of my bear. This time I properly hit the beehive and destroyed it and the queen bee came out. I also put the bug repellent on me and started following the queen bee. I placed the rare flower on my last slot, try to passively feed it to this queen bee. But I don't know what is this queen bee's problem because this queen bee does not show any type of options by which I can tame it. After that, I leave the game and watch a lot of videos how to tame these bees. Follow all their instructions properly to tame this queen bee, but still this queen bee does not show any taming options. I don't know that this is a bug or not, but I killed this queen bee, went to another redwood tree where I find another beehive. I placed my staircase there and climbed it with my bear and destroyed the beehive at the same process, and this queen bee also came out. Again I used the bug repellent too and follow all the instructions properly, but this bee also bugged out for some reason. I spent the entire night trying to tame these bees, but this queen bee does not show any options for taming progress. So I decided to fuck all this thing and tamed it forcibly. If any of you have any problem with this force taming, I can't do anything about this because I don't know this is a bug or not, but this beast does not show any taming options. But at the end of the day, I finally tamed a queen bee, put it inside the dino terminal where it produces honey for me. At the start of day 44, I place more structures on the second floor of my building and convert them into frontier ones. Now a lot of time already passed, so I went to my breeding pen. Now I have to tell you few of the things. I already got a breeding pair of frogs and good breeding pair of RGs. So I stored all of them inside this dino storage box, and already my Rexes produce a lot of eggs too, and I hatch all of them, collect all the perfect breeding pair Rexes, collect 1 male Rex and 10 female Rexes. Then I collect my previous breeding pair of Rexes and throw the new 11 baby Rexes on one side of my breeding pen. I let them grown up, started the Rex breeding again because I need a lot of baby Rexes in future for power leveling. For the rest of day 44 and 45, I decide to lock my focus in this building process and try to complete my entire base. I place all the structures, convert them into frontier ones, collect resources with my beaver, craft more structures, then place all those structures again, and finally at the evening of day 45, I completely place all the structures on my base and convert all of them into frontier ones too. Now I want to build a greenhouse on top of my base. So I grabbed my Anki and went to the volcano mountain and collect a lot of crystals and return to my base. After completing this quick trip, I realized that I need a lot of cementing paste too, which I currently don't have a lot. So I decided to craft a chemistry bench, but for this chemistry bench I need a lot of organic polymers. So I went to the ice area where I find a lot of Kairukus. I killed few of them and claimed 2 of the female and male baby Kairukus. After collecting sufficient amount of organic polymer, I returned to my base and craft an chemistry bench. I place my chemistry bench and fabricator beside each other, and this first floor will be my working area. Still I need a lot of cementing paste for this greenhouse, and if I want to craft all this cementing paste inside the chemistry bench, I need a lot of keratin and chitin. So I grabbed my frog, craft a gas mask and directly went to the swamp cave where I know a lot of buggy boys and chitinous creatures spawn. I parked my RG at the entrance of this cave, and with the help of my frog I directly went inside the cave area. Inside this cave I find a lot of chitinous creature and collect a lot of chitin and cementing paste too. Now with the help of this gas mask and with the imprinted frog, I can easily clear this swamp cave. I clear all the rooms of this cave, grab a blue drop, directly went to the main chamber where I find a red drop too. I collect it and then collect the artifact. Then after a quick log off, another artifact spawn. I collect 2 of the artifacts again. Now here I find a bug. Every time I log off, artifact spawns, but at the same time in the middle chamber the red drop also spawns, and in future I want to exploit this bug. For now I exited the cave, but I can't find my RG anywhere near the entrance. Check my log list and find that my RG is killed by a Carno. Now this is kind of my fault because I park my RG in this dangerous place and also whistle my guy into passive, so it can't even fight the creatures. But I already have a breeding pair of RG, so I can easily take another RG with the help of them. Now I directly come back to my breeding pen, throw my RGs out and activate their breeding. Few moments later, my RG produce an egg, and after hatching this egg, the newborn baby kind of amazed me because this baby has a melee mutation, but it also have a green and bluish color on its wings. I don't even want to create this beautiful RG, but I am kind of impressed by looking at this beautiful thing. So from now on, this will be my main RG. It looks beautiful and it works well too. For imprinting, this RG wants some prime meat. So I grab my frog and directly went to the nearby lake area where I also do a meat run. Because my Rexes are also starving. I grab a lot of fish meat and also few pieces of meats, killed a baby Diplo, collect the prime meat from it and return to my breeding pen. Put all the normal meat and the fish meat inside the feeding trough. Then with the help of my one of the feeding pair RG, I get back into my base, cook one piece of the prime meat and passively feed it to my beautiful baby RG. And with this one feed, my baby RG got 100% imprintation. My RG completely grown up on the next day morning. I take my RG to my breeding pen. And inside Dino Terminal, already my Rexes produces a lot of fertilized eggs. I can use these Rex eggs for my RG's power leveling. I collect 10 of the Rex eggs and hatch all of them. Then I paid my XPG, started killing all these baby Rexes with the help of my RG. Of course this is an horrifying situation, but for these levels I have to do this thing. After killing all these baby Rex, I get a total of 63 levels, put few points into its health and stamina and put rest of my points into its weight, because I want to carry a lot of things with this RG. After I returned to my base, I started crafting a crap ton of cementing paste inside my chemistry bench. Then I also craft few of the essential structures like vaults and industrial grill, which makes my life more easier in this world. I reposition all the structures on my first floor and place all the structures in their respective positions. I shift all the resources into a vault and place few more dino terminals, and inside those dino terminals I put all my passive resource generating creatures separately. I already have a male and a female penguin, so I can create a organic polymer farm with the help of these two penguins. For that reason, I tamed an oviraptor in the morning. Then I put the oviraptor inside a dino terminal on my base, and then I turn on the Kyriku's breeding settings. I also grab an aircon from my breeding pen and place it near the Kyriku breeding area. Now at day 50, I craft a lot of frontier lamps and place them inside my base and breeding pen. And finally, I can light up properly my entire base too. Now my Kyriku's already produced few of the fertilized eggs. So I bring out few of the male Kyriku babies, let them grown up and kill them with the help of my crossbow. Then I collect the organic polymer with my club. These Kyrikus give me a lot of organic polymer, so this kind of easy farm is really efficient too. With all these resources, I craft an industrial preserving bin and place it between the industrial grill and industrial cooker. Now with the help of this structure, I can easily preserve my spoil levels more efficiently. For the rest of the day, I try to understand the pushing system of the Vanilla Sprinkle mod. And after few tweaks, I finally understand how to use this system properly. Now with the help of this pushing system, I can easily organize my stuff. After organizing all my stuffs, I started crafting a lot of electronics and then craft few elevator parts too. Then I went to the second floor and started converting all the wooden structures into frontier ones. I spent rest of my day 51 and also the complete day of 52 by renovating my second floor. I try to add some details, walls and some essential structures too, like my bunk bed and also few lamps. At the night of day 52, I grab few of the fertilized penguins egg, let them grown up, and after they become adult, I kill all of them and collect the polymers with the help of the club. Then I craft few more metal elevator parts, install them from the bottom of the tree to my first floor of the base. I need an easy path to get up to my base, that's why I installed this metal elevator. This medium sized metal elevator can help me quite a lot to get up to my base. I organize all my armors, ammos and also all the blueprints and shift them to my second floor, put them inside their respective vaults and library structures. I also installed an elevator system inside my building. With the help of this small elevator, I can easily access the second and the third floor too. Now my whole base is accessible. I convert all the wooden structures on the third floor into frontier ones. I decide to complete my greenhouse, so I craft few more greenhouse structures and complete the greenhouse on the next day. I place 8 large crop plots inside the greenhouse, then add an water tank in my second floor. Now this water tank already irrigated all my crop plots too, so I don't need to add any extra water tank on my third floor. Now in the evening of day 55, I finally completed my treehouse base and this really looks gorgeous. Now I want to admit one thing, that this treehouse design is not mine. I copied it from the Lois at Lenses treehouse tutorial video, and he is one of the most amazing Ark Ascended builder too. So if you want to build this treehouse in your survival world, check his video. I give a link in my description. So with the help of that link, you can directly visit his channel too. I want to give the entire credit to Lois and Ness because I added few of my ideas too, but the entire build is copied by that video. And in my defense, I want to say one thing, that this is the first time I am playing Ark Survival in a proper survival world. So I don't have any idea about the building mechanics of ASF. So in this 100 days of Ark, I have to learn a lot of things, and this building is one of those learning projects. So if I make this kind of videos in future, I try to include my own building style in these videos. But for now, please bear with it because I am trying my best to make this 100 days survival video good. Then I collect all types of vegetable seeds with the help of my parasaur and collect the poops from this dino terminal. I put all the seeds in their respective pots, and for now I add these poops as fertilizer. Now I want to use the Therizinosaur for the boss fight, so I have to tame some good level Therizinos too. I just collect few of the stone building parts from my base, by which I can create a Therizino trap, and went to the areas where I can find some good level Therizinos. With the help of the gene scanner, I try to find some high level Therizinos which I can use in the boss fight. Now from the night of day 56 to day 63, I tamed a lot of Therizinos. With the help of my RG, I kill the low level Therizinos, and for the high level ones, I trap them, I trank them and feed them the algae for efficient taming. The reason why I am taming this much of Therizino is because I need good health, melee, stamina and weight stat in my final breeding pair of Therizino, because I want to use them in boss fight, and also with the help of this Therizino I can gather resources too. After taming all these Therizino, I get few of the good stats. So I started combining all these stats into one Therizino by breeding them with each other. I left my Theris breeding inside the breeding pen and went to tame an Brontosaurus because I need a lot of berries now, and Bronto is the best creature in Ark which can gather the most amount of berries. So I drank a decent level Bronto near my base and give it some of the algae for taming. Now this Bronto needs a type to tame, so I return to my base and AFKing near my breeding pen just for that this Therizinos can spawn more fertilized egg too. Now few moments later my Bronto also got tamed, so I craft a Bronto saddle, collect my Bronto inside the dino ball and throw it out under my treehouse base. Few swings of this Bronto can collect a crap ton of berries, so with the help of this Bronto I cleared all the bushes under my base and collect few thousand different types of berries too. Then I started converting all the narco berries into narcotics because with the help of these narcotics I want to craft a lot of medical brews. Now the medical brews are the best healing thing, so I craft a lot of them inside the cooker. Now from the start of day 65 I went back inside the swamp cave near my base. With the help of my frog I cleared the entire cave again and finally reached the red drop room location. Now here I want to exploit the red drop bug which I find in the previous days. Now this bug is kind of interesting. I have to collect the red drop first, then have to run somewhere where I can render out this room. And after a quick logout, if I return to this room, there is always a red drop available for me, which I can easily collect. And by doing the same process again and again, I can farm a lot of red drops inside this cave. Now in this red drops, there is a lot of armor, saddles, different types of blueprints and resources too. So I stored all of these things inside my frog's inventory. Now the reason why I am doing all this thing is because I need a good Therizino saddle blueprint for my boss army. Because without a good saddle, I can kill the Megapithecus and Brute Mother, but the dragon can easily kill my Therizinos. So I don't want to lose the boss fight. So a good blueprint can help me quite a lot. But for now, I don't realize one thing, that this Redwood cave does not spawn any Therizino saddle blueprint inside the red drops. But alas, I still continue my searching. Now at the evening of day 66, I finally decide to leave this cave because my gas mask almost lost its total durability. I am quite certain that if this gas mask broke here, the poisonous air of this cave will kill me instantly. So I whistle my frog to follow me and lead our way out from this cave. My frog is already in Cumberbatch, so I can't even ride him. But when I reach the water area of this cave, a lot of leeches attack on me, stuck on my body, slowly drained my HP. But I still tried my best to leave this cave unharmed, but few moments later my gas mask also broke. Due to low HP and poisonous air, I died on spot. After responding to my base, I craft a gas mask, then I grab one of my PT, and with the help of that PT I directly went to the cave entrance. I parked my PT near the cave and then directly went inside to find my body. I follow the date marker and reach that place where I died last time. But near that marker, I can't even find a bag. So with the help of Vanilla Sprinkle mod, pull the items from the item cache and collect all the essential things from my inventory. Then I start running inside the cave, try to reach the room where my frog got stuck. But on my path, a Arthro tried to block me and kill me by attacking me few times. But I don't even have any weapon, so I can't even fight this Arthro. So I decide to run from this room. And after taking few Arthros hit, finally jumped my way out and went more inside of this cave. But by doing all these stunts, few of the leeches stuck on my body again. So I have to quickly get on that room where my frog got stuck. Few moments later I finally reach that room, throw few of the useless things which I don't need and release my frog from over in Cumberbatch. And finally I ride my frog and started heading towards the exit of this cave. This time I use the other way to get out from this place, and easily with the help of my frog I reach the exit of this cave. After returning to my base, I put all my loots inside their respective place and try to solve the leech problem. But currently my health is quite low. Due to that reason, I use the effective solution, kill myself, and then respawn inside my base with full HP. And after respawning, I collect my stuffs from my dead body too. Then I craft 2 more vaults and place them on my second floor. Now inside one vault I put all my saddles and the other vault I put all my weapons and all other stuffs. After reorganizing my inventory, I gave my main Rex the Ascended saddle. Then I went to the breeding pen to check my Therizino's breeding progress. And I also want to update one more thing, that my Rex has already produced over 500 fertilized eggs, so I don't need them anymore. So I stored them inside the dino balls too. After hatching few of these Therizino eggs, I find a good combined stat Therizino. So I include this guy in the breeding process. Then I went to the second floor and collect all the good weapons which I need for the caves and the boss fight. I have a lot of ascended stuff, so I collect few of the useful guns and useful melee weapons. I also grab few sets of different armors which I want to use inside the artifact cave. And between this time I also craft few of the veggie eggs too. So I put them inside the industrial preserving bin. Then I craft some grappling hooks because I have to use them to clear some of the caves. The next day morning, I craft another canteen because I want to store more water inside my inventory. After taking all the essential stuffs, I finally decide to went for the artifact cave run. In this 100 days, I want to beat all the bosses in Gamma difficulty because this is the first time I am playing Arc Ascended and I don't even know how much difficult these bosses are. But one thing for sure, that Alpha difficulty dragon is one of the hardest boss and I am not at all prepared for that boss currently, and it will melt my Therizino easily. So in future, if I will make another 100 days videos in Island, I will promise you one thing, that next time I will beat all these bosses in Alpha difficulty. So for now, please let me beat these bosses in Gamma difficulty and don't give me hate for this reason, please. First I went to the Clever cave because that is the nearest cave from my base. And this base is kind of the easier base too. So I park my RG in the entrance of this cave and then throw my Thyla, and with the help of my Thyla I killed all the creatures inside this cave and directly went for the artifact. After killing few of the creatures, I finally reached the artifact room. With quick relogs, I collect 2 of the artifacts and then immediately leave the cave. Tend to my breeding pen with the help of my RG. Then I check the dino terminal for a fertilized Therizino egg. I hatch one of the Therizino egg which give me a female Therizino. But this female Therizino does not have the combined stats. So for now I leave my Therizino in breeding. Then I put my damaged flak armor inside the smithy. Store the artifacts inside a storage box and then repair all my armors. After putting my armors again, I decide to went for the artifact of Pack Cave, which is located near the swamp area. I reached the entrance of the cave at the morning of day 69. Park my RG near the entrance and throw my Thyla down and navigate my way inside the cave. Now this cave is kind of narrow, so I have to throw and catch my Thyla few of the times, but still I kill all the cave creatures quite easily and finally reach a room which is full of water. Now in this room I fight a lot of creatures and also killed few Sharkos too. After killing all these Sharkos, I have to say one thing, that this should be the real swamp cave because this cave is near the swamp area and also spawn all the swamp creatures too. But still, the redwood cave which is near my base is called the swamp cave and I don't know what is the reason for that. Now I know a shortcut. Using my crossbow and grappling hook, I completely skip the water part of this cave and directly reach the room where the artifact belongs. Then after few relogs, I collect 2 of the artifacts, went back to my Thyla and leave the cave quickly. Then again with the help of my RG I returned to my base, but after returning to my base I realized one thing, that I left my otter inside the artifact room, and it happens due to the relog. Now I don't want to leave my cute otter inside that hideous place, so I return to that cave and retrieve my otter. I don't want to show the entire process again, so I edited this part out. I craft few of the artifact pedestals and grab 2 of the duplicate artifacts from the chest. I place all the artifact pedestals on the rooftop of my building and put the artifacts inside the artifact pedestal to show them. Now I want to show all the 9 island artifacts on my roof, and if I collect all of them, the roof will be looks really cool. Then I grab another purple drop near my base which give me some useless stuffs, and then return to my breeding pen again. I don't know what is this Diplo try to do with my Bronto, but this is kind of a sus situation. But for now I just ignore this thing and wait inside my base. The last dino which I want to tame is a male and a female UT, so I grab my stone trap and directly went to the ice area where those UTs spawn. The entire day 70 I continue my searching for a decent level UT. I even kill few of them with the help of my Rex. In the morning of day 71 I finally find a high level male UT and a decent level female UT, and I decide to tame both of these guys. I don't want to be picky anymore because UTs just need good health. I don't participate in boss fight with my UT, so one high level UT should be fine. After imprintation, this tamed UT will be much more stronger. I try to trap these UTs inside my stone trap, but this is kind of an hard job. Every time this UT's fear roar, I lost the control of my RG. So I decide to use my Rex. My Rex already have a really good ascended saddle, so it can easily tank all the bite damage of these UTs. So first with the help of my Rex, I kill all the nearby Carnos, and after that I load one of the UT which then started biting my Rex. Then I jumped down from my Rex and started tranking this guy down. After few shots, this UT started torpor running, so I follow it and shot him few more trank darts. Then in a nearby place, it fell asleep. I used the same technique to track down the other UT too, and these both UTs fell asleep near each other, so I can easily protect both of them. I collect few pieces of prime meat from the nearby creatures and feed both of the UTs and wait for the entire day to tame them. Now at the night of day 71, finally this taming process completed. So I put both of my UTs inside the dino ball, and with the help of my RG I return to my base. In the morning, without wasting any time, I throw both of the UTs inside my breeding pen and started the UT breeding process. Then I hatch few of the Therizino eggs, and this time I get 2 breeding pair Therizinos with all the good combined stats. So I include them inside the Therizino breeding process. Now for the boss fight, I need an army of imprinted good stats Therizino and an imprinted UT. So I spend next few of my days inside my breeding pen to tame this Therizino and UTs. So for the boss fight I need a total of 18 Therizinos, but still I don't have any good Therizino saddle blueprint. That's why I craft primitive Therizino saddles for them. So I continue this breeding process and hatch a crap ton of Therizino eggs. Maximum of these Therizinos demanded walk or cuddling for imprintation, so I imprinted them quite easily. But few of them also demand some berries and prime meats too, and all those stuffs are available inside my base, so I can complete their imprintation process also. After completing all the 18 Theris imprintation process, I let them grown up inside my breeding pen. After this Theris grown up, one by one I put the saddle on them and started the power leveling process. I used 10 baby Rexes for each Theris and also paid my XGP for the experience boost. And then after killing these Rexes, I get a total of 65 levels in my Theri. I put few of the levels in my Theri's health, so it can have at least 25k health, and rest of the levels goes into its melee. I continue this process for the entire all 18 theories and completely level up my boss army. I collect all of them inside the dino wall so they can heal quickly. So after imprinting a really good level UT, by the same process I level this guy up. I put maximum of this leveling point into its health because I am the one who is gonna ride this UT, so this UT needs to survive all this boss fight, and if possible this UT needs to tank a lot of damage too. Now at the morning of day 76 I decide to start the Brute Mother fight because I want to test my Therizino's strength by this boss fight. My Theri and UT already got healed, so I place them under the area of green obelisk and properly position them on the terminal. Then I distribute all the veggie cakes to all my Theris. After positioning all my creatures properly, I put all the artifacts inside the green obelisk terminal. I try to activate the gamma difficulty Brood Mother, but it does not show the activation option. At this point I realize that I grab one of the wrong artifact for this boss fight. I need the artifact of massive, not the artifact of pack. So I have to grab that artifact too. This is kind of an annoying situation for me because I can't even blame the Arc Gods for this mistake. So with the help of my RG at night I return to my base, craft few of the rabies antidote, and without wasting any time I directly went to the massive cave direction. At the morning of day 77 I finally reach the entrance of the massive cave. I park my RG near the entrance, throw my Thyla down and started the journey inside the lava cave. Now this is kind of a dangerous cave because inside this cave there is a lot of lavas and also a lot of bats too, and these bats can carry rabies. But for now I don't need to worry about these bats because I already grab a lot of antidotes with me, so these rabies can't damage me anymore. In the entire path I killed a lot of bats and a lot of different types of creatures. With the help of my Thyla I easily jump few of the ledges and reach the artifact room. But for the final jump I can't use my Thyla because I know that my guy can't make this big jump. So I use a grappling hook, easily went to the nearby area of the artifact, and with a quick relock I collect two of this artifact too. After collecting the artifact I leave the cave quickly. Now with the help of my RG I again fly back to the green obelisk zone. I park my RG outside the terminal zone, then put all the correct artifacts inside the boss terminal and activate the gamma difficulty Brute Mother fight. Between the teleportation process I stacked up few of the Beauty's Courage Roar on my Therizinos. This will give my Therizino a lot of damage and defensive buff too. After teleporting inside the boss arena, I ride my UT again and whistle all my Theris to attack the Brute Mother. With my one whistle, all my Theris started attacking the gamma difficulty Brute Mother. They kill a lot of small spiders but also give a massive amount of damage to this Brute Mother too. And with my Courage Roar, this Brute Mother also can't deal a lot of damage to my Theris. So I understand one thing, that this is kind of an easy fight for my Theris. Few moments later, my Theris cooked this brute mother quite easily. After the end of the fight, I collect all the loots and started admiring the remaster of this arena because this arena really looks kind of creepy and also kind of interesting too. After the countdown timer finished, the game teleported me to the green obelisk area. Then I collect all my Therizino's and UT inside the dino ball and collect all the veggie cakes too. When I check one of my Theri, I realize that this brute mother can't even make a dent on my Theri's health. So at night I finally return to my base, place the brute mother flag and the artifact on top of my roof. Then I also put few of the elements which I get from this boss fight inside the vault. At the next day morning, I went to the easier underwater cave area where I want to get the artifact of brute for the Megapithecus fight. So for this cave, I am using my Basilosaurus here. I also bring my good scuba tank too. So after complete the preparation, I dive down into the ocean with the help of my Basilosaurus and reach the entrance of this cave. After few lags, I enter the easy underwater cave. Now this underwater cave is really easy for my Basilosaur. So without wasting any time, I kill all the creatures which try to block my path and directly went towards the artifact room. Few moments later, I also reached the artifact room and then after a quick log off, I collect 2 of the artifacts, ride my Basilis again and leave the cave as quick as possible. Then I went back to my RG, grabbed my Basilis inside the dino ball and started flying towards the cave of the artifact of Devour. Now this cave is located on the Carno Island, so it is in the opposite side of the map. But at night I finally reach the cave entrance, park my RG over here, then walk the entrance area of this cave and jump down to the water part. I easily swim this area and reach the main giant artifact room. Here I throw my Thyla down. Now after admiring this cave's beauty, I started clearing my path towards the artifact. After killing countless of bats, megalanias and all other types of creatures, I finally reached the bottom part of this cave where I encounter a crap ton of bats and titanous creatures too. So I killed all of them. Clear the entire cave and finally I reach the area where the artifact placed. I collect the artifact and with a quick reload I collect another one. Then with the help of my Thyla I easily climb out on top of this cave. In the morning of next day I finally reach the exit of this cave. Now I already have all the artifacts for the Megapithecus fight, but I also want to grab another artifact, the artifact of cunning, which is located on the hard underwater cave. But this cave is kind of near the carnivorous island, so I want to short my journey. That's why this will be the correct time to collect this artifact too. I park my RG near a beach which is near the entrance of this cave. Then I throw my Bacillus out and also put my scuba tank on. Then I dive down into the deep underwater cave and finally find its entrance. Now I am kind of nervous because even though my Bacillus is leveled up quite well, still this cave spawned few of the nastiest underwater creatures, like it can spawn a lot of Tusos, Alpha Tusos and also Alpha Mosas too. After entering the cave, I face few of the high level eels and also this ugly looking fish. I kill all of them and then try to enter the most dangerous part of this cave. And for sure this room is really dangerous because inside this room there is 2 Tusos and also 1 Mosa too. But one thing for sure, I can tank all their damage because my Bacillus has a lot of health. So I started hitting all these Mosas and Tusos and kill them one by one. After clearing this entire room, I started swimming inside the cave. I finally reach near this tech pillar and take the underwater route. And this is the entrance of the artifact room. After few moments of swimming, I finally reach the main artifact room where few of the high level creatures spawn. So I kill all of them and clear the entire room. Then grab the artifact and with a quick reload grab another one. And after grabbing the artifact with the help of my Tuso, I started heading back to the exit of this cave to follow the same path where I came. At the night, I finally reached the sea surface near my RG. First, I grab all the black pearls and absorbents from my bacillus and put my bacillus inside the dino ball. And with the help of my RG, I started heading back towards my base. Now in the midway, I realized one thing, that I have 2 of the artifacts for the dragon fight but all the artifacts for the Megapithecus fight. So I can immediately start this fight right now. So I change my route and head towards the blue obelisk location. Now in the next day, I finally reached the blue obelisk mountain. Now this area is kind of an active war zone, so I throw my Rex down and kill all the creatures which were creating havoc around here. After clearing the entire obelisk, I park my RG and Rex outside the terminal zone and started placing my Theris and UT by perfectly positioning them around the terminal. For this boss fight, I don't even want to use the Vegicakes because one thing for sure, that Megapithecus is the weakest boss in Island. If my Theris can easily kill the Brood Mother, so they can also easily kill the Megapithecus too. So for sure, I don't even need Vegicakes for this fight. After positioning all my creatures properly on the terminal, I put all the artifacts inside it and activate the Gamma difficulty Megapithecus fight. Now this fight is also really easy for me. When all my creatures teleported inside the boss arena, I whistle my Theris to stand on one corner of this arena. Then with the help of my UT, I load this Megapithecus out from its home and bring this guy near my Theri. In this loading process, this Megapithecus hit my UT few times. But when it reached near the terminal area, I whistle my Theris to start attacking this Megapithecus, and I stand behind my Theris and started giving them the courage buff. Within few moments, as I expected, my Theris dominated this fight and killed this Megapithecus quite easily. After the Megapithecus death, the returning countdown also started. So I quickly grabbed all the things from the drop and started heading inside the boss arena. Now this Megapithecus boss arena is really amazing too. The design is kind of beautiful, and I also understand one thing, that we supposed to fight inside this area, not the terminal area where I killed the Megapithecus. After teleported on the blue obelisk mountain, without wasting any time, I started grabbing all my creatures inside the dino wall, and with the help of my RG, I started heading towards the artifact of Skylord cave. At the night, I finally reached the entrance of this cave. For me, this cave is kind of interesting because I can't bring any mountable creatures inside this cave. So I grabbed my ascended shotgun. Following this narrow path, I headed inside the cave. I already know a shortcut for the artifact room, so I follow this path and finally reach a ledge area. I load few of the nearby creatures with the help of my shotgun and let them fall in this death trap. Then with the help of a grappling hook, I reach the other side of the ledge, and on the other side there is the artifact room. So with a quick reload, I collect 2 of the artifacts and started heading towards the exit. Now I completed this cave quite quickly. In the morning of the next day, I reached the entrance of the artifact of strong. Again I parked my RG near the entrance and started heading inside with the help of my Thyla. But this cave is really dangerous because even though I am using my Thyla, but the creatures, especially the polar bears inside this cave, is really high level, and with few of the hits, it just completely destroyed my Thyla's health. I throw my rakes out to clear the rest of this cave. I slowly but surely kill all the polar bears and also all the creatures here, and at the center room of this cave I find a pond area where I find one of the biggest fish I have ever seen in Ark, and this saber-tooth salmon is really big. But without wasting any time, I started heading inside the cave, cleared few nodes of the crystal and make a path for my rakes. On my way, few Purlovias also tried to stunt me, but due to my rakes hitbox, they can't stunt me properly. And with my rakes I clear the rest of the path quite easily. I also find a yellow drop inside the water, so I collect it, and this drop gives me a Procoptodon saddle blueprint and also a pike. Then I head towards the entrance of the artifact room. Now at the entrance, few of the creatures still left, so with the help of the rakes I easily deal these creatures and kill all of them. And finally I reach the place where the artifact is, and with a quick reload I collect 2 of the artifacts. After collecting the artifacts, I headed towards the exit. Now I already cleared this cave, so I bring my Thyla out and try to run this cave quite quickly with the help of my Thyla. I also grab another blue drop which give me few of the things, and after that I finally reach the exit of the cave. Then I ride my RG and finally started heading towards my base. At the next day I finally return to my base. I grab all the artifacts, put few of them inside the storage box and bring rest of them on top of my roof. And I place all the artifacts in the artifact pedestal. I also place the gamma difficulty Megapithecus flag on the roof too. After placing all these things, I just need a gamma dragon flag. This place already looks really cool, but if I place the dragon flag here, I can finally complete the decoration of this rooftop. After that I put all the unnecessary things and blueprints inside their respective storage units. Now for the dragon fight I need a good Therizino saddle blueprint, so I have to exploit the red drop bug inside this cave again. I grab all my gas masks, park my RG near the entrance of this cave, and this time I whistle it to a neutral stance, bring out my frog and head inside the cave. Now with the help of my frog I easily kill all the creatures who try to block my path, grab few of the blue drops and then reach the red drop room where I started the exploitation again. I spent few of my days inside this cave and grabbed quite a lot of red drops by using this exploitation method. I get a lot of different types of saddles, normal blueprints, armor blueprints and also some ascended armors too. And I also get few of the ascended weapons. But after collecting this drop 30 times, I still can't get any decent Therizino saddle blueprints. After researching about this cave drops, I realized one thing, that Therizino saddle blueprint does not spawn in this cave's red drop. So I wrap up all my things and with the help of my frog, I leave the cave quite quickly. Now with my RG I return to my base, put all these loots inside their respective storage, and at night I started my journey towards the ice cave. Because inside the ice cave red drop there is a chance where a good Therizino saddle blueprint can spawn. So I headed towards the cave of the artifact of strong. I parked my RG near the entrance, and recently I cleared this cave, that's why still no creatures spawn inside this cave. So with my Thyla I easily ran inside the cave drop spawn area. Now inside this cave there are 3 areas where red drops spawn. So I use the same logout method and try to grab all the red drops simultaneously. Then I spent the entire day 86 and 87 inside this cave. And finally one of this red drop gave me this amazing Theory saddle blueprint. And after getting this saddle blueprint, I decide to head towards the exit. After returning to my base, I started gathering all the resources for this Theory saddle blueprint because I have to make 18 of this Theory saddle. Now first I started gathering a crap ton of wood because this Theory saddle need a decent amount of wood too. But wood is one of the easiest thing to grab, so I collect the wood quite quickly. After collecting all the woods, I grabbed my bear and started collecting a crap ton of fiber. Few moments later, I at least gathered 40,000 fibers with my bear, and then I bring all the fiber bags inside my smithy. Now I have to collect two of the most important materials. First I have to collect a lot of metal ingots. So I pick my Yankee with the help of my RG and head towards the main metal mountain. Here I collect a crap ton of metals which satisfied my metal addiction, and also this metal should be enough for the Teresino saddle. Now I have to wait few moments because I need to convert all this metal into metal ingots. After this metal problem solved, I have to collect at least 46,000 hide to craft all the 18 Teresino saddles. Now I bring out my Rex and started killing all the big creatures, Brontos, Diplos, Paraceratheriums, and also a lot of other creatures to collect their hides. It takes the entire day 89, 90 and 91 to collect all the hides. And I killed countless and countless of creatures, and once I even clear a part of the entire swamp area. But finally at day 91, I collect all the hides and transfer all of it inside the smithy. Now I just need to wait for some time because all the metals are still smelting. So I started power leveling my Theresinos again. By killing all these babies, I try to increase my Theresinos melee stat. After leveling up all my Theris, I ride my Bronto and collect a crap ton of Tinto berries because I want to make a lot of medical brews for me. After collecting all the Tinto berries, I started making all these medical brews inside the industrial cooker. Then I also put my Bronto inside the dino ball. At the night I head towards swamp area, and with the help of my Theri I collect few rare mushrooms because I want to craft 2 mind wipe. And when I return to my base, I use one of the mind wipe which reset all my stats. So I put all my levels into my crafting skill and started making all these Theresino saddles. So finally inside the smithy I crafted all the 18 Theresino saddles, and few of these saddles also get really good item rating too. Now at the early morning of day 93, I place all my Theresinos on the red obelisk terminal and give all of their saddles too. After that I distribute all the veggie cakes between my Theresinos and put all the artifacts inside the terminal. After placing all my creatures properly, I started the gamma difficulty boss fight. And now this dragon boss will be the hardest difficulty boss right now because I am sure this dragon boss can dent my Theresinos quite easily. When I teleport inside the boss arena, the dragon is flying on the sky. When this dragon land on the ground, I whistle my Theris to start attack this dragon too. This dragon head towards my creatures quite quickly, but then suddenly this dragon hit me with a fire breath, and due to this single breath, all my flak armor got destroyed. Now here I make a mistake. I bring my primitive flak armor, so I don't even have any armor left. So I started drinking my medical brews quite quickly and try to bring back my health. Then I move my booty towards the back of this dragon. Started courage wording all my Theris too. Now this dragon tried to lock his target on my Theri, tried to attack me again with a fire breath too, but the correct time my Theresino finally killed the dragon and I finally won this battle too. After collecting all the elements I started admiring the boss arena again. A few moments later, this game teleported me on the Red Oblique's terminal. After teleporting towards the Red Obliques, I collect all my theories and UT inside the Dino Ball and also collect all the rest of the Veggie Cakes too. Then I check all my Therizino's health and I realize that frontline Therizinos, which take most of the damage, take at least 10k damage from this dragon. Even though they consume few of the Veggie Cakes, still this Therizinos lost quite a bit of its health, and also due to my mistake I almost lost this battle too. Only my black helmet survived within 1 durability. So I am quite lucky that I win this battle, and I also use all my medical brews too. But a win is a win, so I enjoy my victory and started heading towards my base. After returning to my base, I started cooking few more veggie cakes inside the cooking pot. Then I also placed my dragon flag on the rooftop. I put all the elements inside the resource vault and then grab my Bronto. With the help of my Bronto, I collect a crap ton of Tinto berries, and with the help of these Tinto berries, I started making a lot of medical brews too. In the morning of day 94, I admire my base one last time and started heading towards the tech cave inside the volcano mountain. Now inside the volcano mountain, Ark got spawned two interesting creatures. First is this Giga and another this Carcharodontosaurus. Now if I want to place my Theri army here, I have to kill both of these guys. Now both of these dinos AIs are kind of foolish, because when I started attacking the Giga and the Carchara with the help of my fabricated bow, they started heading inside the lava area, and with the help of this lava, I easily killed these two creatures by burning them down. After ensuring the safety of my creatures, I parked my RG and then started throwing all these creatures near the entrance of the tech cave. I have to create a formation first with the Eddies and also with the UTs. So it takes the entire day 94, 95 and 96 and also the day 97 to position these guys in this volcanic pathway. This takes this much time because few of my Therizinos still recovering from the dragon boss fight. I ensure that all of my Therizinos and creatures get into their full health, and after that I decide to start the tech cave here. Now at day 98, finally all my creatures completely heal themselves. So I put all the gamma difficulty boss head inside the terminal and started the gamma difficulty tech cave. Then I first enter the tech cave with my rakes. After ensuring that no creatures are near this entrance, I bring my UT here too. Now with my UT, all the other Theris are come inside this tech cave too. I just have 4 minutes to enter all my creatures inside this cave. So I hurriedly bring all the Therizinos which stuck on the entrance of the tech cave and bring them inside this cave properly. Now my plan is to use my Rex as a tank and kill all the creatures which came in my path. And after that, I have to bring my UT and Therizinos slowly and steadily. I just don't want to narrate this whole path, so here is a quick montage of how I cleared the entire tech cave and reached the terminal area. moments later, finally I reached the entrance of the terminal room. Now I already know that I lost few of my theories on the path. And for some reason, my game also crashed when I was inside this cave. So when I after login this game, I see that the timer suddenly went off for some reason. But I don't think about this thing so much and started placing all my creatures near the terminal. Then I distributed few of the veggie cakes to my Therezinos. After completing all the preparations, I activated the Gamma Overseer terminal and started teleporting towards the Gamma Overseer spaceship. After I teleported on the spaceship, I noticed the 3 holographic image of the 3 previous boss fight, which is kind of interesting. Then I lead this path with my Rex and Beauty and bring my army to the boss arena, where I finally see the Gamma Overseer. I just don't want to narrate the entire fight of the Overseer because in this fight a lot of things happens. So I just want you all to enjoy this montage. After rigorously fight all the form of this overseer, finally my Rex and Therezinos defeated this guy. And at this moment I am quite happy and proud of myself because I finally beat the ultimate boss of the island. After admiring this remastered arena 2, the returning teleportation started.
Is this what happiness felt like? Love? No. This is more like pride. Yes, that's it. I'm proud of you, Survivor. You've accomplished what few have. You've ascended. I once did too, when I was her. Helena. She was an explorer too. And like you, she traveled the arcs and discovered their secrets. You're following in her footsteps. Keep going. Discover what became of Helena and her friends. Survive the many challenges ahead, and you'll find me here waiting for you. Together, we may yet be able to save our world.
So there I was, whizzing through the sky, when this sparkly lady flies right up alongside me, and she tells me, "Bob, you're the greatest guy ever. You have to stay alive so you can save everyone."
How are you supposed to save a whole world all by yourself?
Well, now, I did have a little help from my friends. Little Miss Professor here, and the doc there. But maybe that's a story for another time. I mean, you gotta have some chores to get back to, right?
I already did them, I swear!
Great. Guess I'll just, keep retelling these true tales about Bob's amazing adventures.
Yeah!
And finally, after watching the end credit scene, I respawn on my base. And now I have the Gamma Overseer plantation too. Now with the help of my PT, I went back to the Volcano Mountain area and started collecting all my creatures with the Dino Gun. After collecting all the stuffs, I fly back to my base with my RG. Now at the morning of day 99, I finally craft some trophy mounts and place all the boss head on them. And after adding these 3 things, my rooftops really looks cool. I already beat all the bosses and complete all my challenges within the 99 days, so I just don't want to spend one more day by doing nothing. And this video is already getting long, so I decide to end this video over here because there is nothing left to accomplish here. So myself, Steel Striker, thanks all those viewers who watched the entire video. And I also want to say sorry because this is my first time creating these 100-day videos. So if anything wrong happens, please criticize me in the comment section and I try to read all your comments and improve my next video too. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening, see you soon next time, goodbye.